some people ask me, how do I change a habit? You know, I have this cell phone addiction that I have, and I can't stop it. I can't stop scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you know. I can't stop, I don't know, watching Netflix. Oh fuck, I can't stop eating. I have a problem. Oh man. Yeah, it's things that give us dopamine, that give us a stimulation, generally are the hardest to give up, you know, and they generate this loop. So the most important thing, first of all, is to break the loop. So we have, you know, we have a stimulus, you know, for the behavior, and the reward. And the reward generally, sometimes it turns also into a feedback loop, into also the stimulus, you know. Like when you're eating. When you're eating, the stimulus sometimes is like you're feeling hungry, but then activity is like the action is just eating, and you receive a signal, you know, oh, I ate, you know, that's a stomach something, you know, that signals back to your brain like, oh, I'm eating, you know. But there's a reward like, oh, this is so tasty, you know, so there's a feeling of delicious, tasty. But that can be also a stimulus, you know, like this is so tasty, oh fuck, let's eat some more, you know, like sugars, like fats. So the reward is a stimulus. Then you're in a fucking loop, and then these habits get out of fucking control. Same goes for addiction to online applications, you know. It's like, oh, I'm a little bored. Let's watch some YouTube, let's go to Facebook, let's go to Instagram. So then the activity is like, okay, the behavior, you watch some things, you get novelty basically. You know, the reward is novelty. Oh, I didn't know this. Oh, or like looking at some other people's picture. Oh, this person's doing this, so cool. Oh, novelty. And this generates dopamine. Interesting, right? So, but then dopamine can be addictive. So the dopamine generates an addiction. So the dopamine generates more craving for dopamine. So the dopamine, it's a reward, you know, for the behavior. But then the lack of dopamine, so like you just stop for 1 second and you don't have any more dopamine. The lack of dopamine becomes a stimulus. So then you generate the dopamine, and the stimulus is no longer I'm bored. It's like I don't have dopamine. So it switches a little bit, but it's the same, because boredom is also like kind of like lack of dopamine. So it instantiates again the behavior. So it's a whole loop, and it starts going around. You can spend hours in the same application, in the same place. It's not good. So how do you break this? That's the question, right? We came here for an answer. Well, first of all, it's awareness. Be aware of this circle, this loop, you know. Where can you break it? See if you can break it at the start or at the finish. Like the stimulus is like, okay, I need to do this, but you already know that it's a vicious circle. So you stop yourself. Say, oh fuck, I'm a little bored, but like if I go to Facebook, it's a freaking loophole of death, you know. I keep going into Facebook. I just stop before I start, you know, before I get this dopamine hit. Let me stop. Awareness there. The second is like, okay, you eventually you will want to go into Facebook, YouTube, eating also. But then realize at the reward. You know, you do the activity, like see that the reward is like, oh, I reached the reward. This is so nice. But then realize when the reward is going back into like a feedback loop. Like, oh fuck, this one's, I'm starting to crave more. In that moment, stop yourself. Use all your willpower, all the power you can. It's like, okay, stop yourself. Detect that moment. Because that's the signal that's going again back to your signaling of starting into the behavior. So you can stop yourself by being aware of those moments. So break the pattern. Be aware of the pattern for breaking it. Be aware that it's of how your mind is working. It's kind of difficult, but it's not that difficult if you're aware. Just go and see, like, okay, because if you're feeling your stomach full, let's say with food, you're feeling your stomach full, say, okay, I got my stomach full, so this that I feel is so delicious. It's just the feeling of deliciousness. I already got what I wanted. If you have clear mind of like, okay, this is my objective, I got this, then the behavior should stop. Then you stop it, just by willpower. Just stop it. If you say, oh, I came here on Facebook for, seeing this specific thing, how my group's doing, how, my friends doing, what new pictures, just to put up my new pictures after you finish. You spend some moments there. You realize, oh fuck, I already did my, my results there. My objective is accomplished. Then you stop. So these strategies I'm giving you, it's like the main thing of how you can stop a loop, and how to stop addictive behavior. Stop this dopamine hits. Be aware of the dopamine hits and like stop, because it's just dopamine. It's like you already reached the point of like the result of the behavior, the reward. So you can stop. Give yourself permission to stop. That's important.